Now, Kung Lao, who is not a stranger to you if you've played Mortal Kombat before, was the most insane mobility aerial character you are about to see in any NRS game, because this character had 3 unique ways to get in, and this is excluding his generic ways to get in, like, you know, block dashing in, forward dashing, or jumping. He had 3 unique ways to get in, which made him extremely difficult for many characters to zone out and keep out and pretty much just control. So, we're going to tackle these moves one by one. The first move we're going to start with is he had a ground roll move, his 4-3. And it was a half screen roll attack, which was completely safe on block. The move would go under some projectiles, and overall it was a great move to get you in if you needed to get in. His second move was he had a dive kick. And of course, this being one of Kung Lao's most iconic moves next to his spin, off the bat you can probably see that, wow, that dive kick has no recovery. And quite literally it does not. I'm not exaggerating, his dive kick has like 1 frame of recovery. You can instantly move as soon as you do it, and you can just fly wherever you want. It was a great move to jump over a projectile and then punish your opponent, or to get from point A to point B quickly, or after a combo when you do like a knockdown, to instantly go right next to your opponent and then go for like a strike throw mix up on knockdown. The move was just amazing, and it was so abusable on many characters that didn't have a way to punish him. Kung Lao had some specific tactic stats that even enhanced the dive kick even further to make it better than it already was. And this coined the term Bird Lao. So what Kung Lao players would do is they would do this. They would do an instant jump forward kick. And if you did it properly, you can see that it hits Rain even though he's standing on the ground. Instant jump kick would hit any character on the ground if they were standing. And what Kung Lao players would do is they would do an instant jump kick and then cancel it into dive kick on the way down. So it would look something like this. They would just jump and do instant dive kick like that. Now the reason this was so good is because not only is he just jumping and doing dive kick, but he's jumping and doing an instant jump kick into dive kick, meaning he instantly jumps, puts the kick hitbox out there, and then he cancels it into the dive kick hitbox. So you have this consistent stream of this active hitbox just occupying so much space, and it made it really hard for some characters to just stop Kung Lao from jumping and doing this or containing him. And it gets even better. So one thing he had was on hit, if you did this, you got a full combo. So check this out. Let's say Kung Lao does a jump kick, you happen to get hit by it, he goes into dive kick, then he could go into roll, cancel roll into spin, and then do another dive kick because dive kick's so quick, and then get a full combo, 35% meterless, just for getting hit by a random jump kick, dive kick that he's using to move around with. Now, you're probably like, okay, yeah, I see he's abusing the dive kick a lot. You know what? I'm going to just block. I'll block the jump kick, dive kick, and then punish him, you know, because he rolls up into a ball once you block the dive kick. See, this wouldn't work in this situation, because when Kung Lao would do the instant jump kick and it would hit you on that, whenever he went to do his dive kick, it would make him safe. You would be stuck in the block stun, and he would be able to just go over your head, and you wouldn't be able to punish him. So it was completely safe. On hit, he gets a combo. On block, he's completely safe, and the move's extremely hard to deal with in general and on whiff. So he had a very oppressive mobility attack that was also hunting him combos if you got clipped by the jump kick. And he recovered so quick, you're able to see during the jump kick block stun how Rain turns around. This Kung Lao was actually slightly plus on this, if not around neutral. He was extremely safe. It had to have been either +1, maybe +2 at the most, or 0. It was just the move. You both recovered almost at the same time. If Kung Lao did it quick enough, he was probably like +1 or +2. So an amazing move, the dive kick. Now we're gonna get into his third attack that gave him the most mobility, even better than his dive kick, and it was Kung Lao's teleport, which, for those of you that play MKX and MK11, this should be not a surprise. You know, Kung Lao usually has a spin attack, dive kick, teleport. So Kung Lao's teleport in this game was a completely different animal compared to the teleports you guys are used to. So if you notice, in MKX and MK11, when Kung Lao does a teleport, if he does it in the air, he goes downward, right? In this game, it's the opposite. In MK9, because this game was designed to be closer to the older MK games. In MK2 and MK3, when Kung Lao teleports, he goes upwards into there. He doesn't go downwards. So in this game, he goes upwards. And the reason why they don't have Kung Lao do this anymore in the newer MK games is because this was highly abusable in MK9. The reason being, Kung Lao would jump at you, he's doing jump kick, dive kicks. He's already hard as it is to anti-air. Let's say you're Rain and you read a jump in. Like you think I'm just going to do a jump in into a combo. You go to uppercut or something, right? That would happen, right? You would just anti-air me. The thing is, Kung Lao could just do this. You whiff and then you die. He comes down, hits you, and yeah, you get full combo trying to anti-air. See, the reason why that doesn't work in MK11 and X is because how NRS changed him to teleport downwards into the air. Now, if you were to do something like a jump and teleport, and you go to anti-air, your anti-air has a way higher chance of hitting him even though he teleported because he's coming downwards into your hitbox strike range on your fists. He doesn't completely avoid it by going up and then appearing behind you. So this was one thing that made this teleport ridiculous. There's way more than that. It's not only the fact that he could use it as an evasive move to avoid things and go upwards and appear behind you. The teleport was even quicker than it is in MKX and MK9. You can see the air teleport is very quick. Like you can jump and instantly do it and appear behind your opponent, which makes it even better. And the follow-up moves Kung Lao had were ridiculous. So check out these moves. So Kung Lao had a couple attacks he was able to do. You could do a quick knockback kick, which was 4. This was like a 9-frame attack, pretty quick, nothing special, just your standard attack. He had a unblockable grab, which you had to completely duck without blocking to avoid, because it would go through block. Let me just put Rain on block to show you. He also had an overhead attack, which would also launch the opponent, and then you would get a full combo. But the strongest move he had out of this was his kick attack, which was this, his 3. Now this move, the frame data was absurd. This move was 5 frames startup. Yes, the move was 5 frames. So he would teleport, you would have to deal with a quick 5-frame attack that he would have to block, and it was a mid as well. The move was a mid. You can see that I'm doing it instantly, it's a mid. And even if I wait to come down, it would still be a mid. Now, if you did it as an instant mid, you wouldn't be able to get a combo, of course. Character is blocking. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get a combo if you did it instantly. But if you did it on the way down, you can get a combo, as you see. You would be able to link it and get an actual true combo and then go into B&B. And the combo, the damage you would get off that was ridiculous. So check out this. I do a teleport in, 2-1 spin, basic B&B, use 1 bar. And then off of just getting hit by his teleport 3, you would lose basically half your life for getting hit by that. So this was something that was very dangerous. You couldn't just be like, oh, I'll just take the 3 combo. Now, even though this move is 5 frames and that already sounds insanely quick, you have to also factor in that the character has to turn around when they attack or are coming at a block. So not only do you have this super fast normal that buttons couldn't really contest with because it was 5 frames and you would have to use like a very quick jab or like a 6-frame poke, you have to also factor in your character turning around to hit Kung Lao. So this move was very abusable, and the fact that it was a mid instantly on so many characters, and then you had the mind game of, okay, am I going to do instant 3 or am I going to do come down 3? Now if he did instant 3, it was 0 on block. So you both move at the same time. Kung Lao could do instant 3, throw, instant 3, come in with stagger, and you know, it was just meta. The Kung Lao players could even do instant 3, spin. They wanted to be anything you could do because that would completely eat through pokes. It would come out instantly the frame he puts it in. And the pressure he could do with this, the mind game of him just doing this, coming in, it was already an instant strike throw mix-up. He would do teleport, come in, stagger, go into a throw, come in, just go for raw throw, do this, cancel to teleport again, maybe instant throw. Like the options that Kung Lao had to try and trick you and sneak in another teleport or a stagger or go for a throw, it was almost limitless for Kung Lao. He just had ways to do things. Picture combining all of the stuff I just showed you guys into one character. So picture him rolling around, instant jump kick diving around, teleporting, and you're in a match, he's block dashing, the mobility was off the charts. This character was Like I said, he was one of the hardest characters to zone with anybody. Even the best zoners in the game had difficulty containing him and keeping him out. He had so many ways to get in. Insane mobility. The character was literally unstoppable for some characters. If you did not have a very good anti-air, you did not have a way to keep this character from going in the air, and if you had a big hitbox that let all his moves and attacks jail and hit you, you were in for a terrible match because Kung Lao would just completely run over you. This was a small breakdown on one of the Shaolin characters in Mortal Kombat 9 with Kung Lao, the craziest air mobility character that forced NRS to look at some of his moves like his teleports and completely redesign them.